Pollinators are a sign of a healthy habitat. We need pollinators to grow food. We need pollinators to provide resources for other creatures living in our environments. And so everything's all connected. So we need pollinators to provide more plants and more native species so that other species that also rely on plants can grow and thrive.
Pollinators are important to gardeners because they are actually required for certain vegetable crops to produce the fruit. Vining crops like squash, pumpkins, cucumbers will not set fruit as efficiently if they have not been visited by pollinators.
Another large part of our Kansas ecosystem is prairie. And prairie is home to a lot of insects and plants and all different kinds of terrestrial species. Pollinators help maintain these diverse ecosystems because they provide pollination services to hundreds of different plant species that rely on pollinators for reproduction. Without pollinators, we wouldn't have the kinds of prairies with these diverse native forb species.
Some great plants to include in your pollinator habitat include milkweed, sunflowers, false indigo, purple coneflower, spiderwort. You could even include some early flowering bulbs like hyacinths and crocus. And by including a variety of flowering plants, you can extend the season by having some that flower early in March or April, all the way through October. And that benefits the pollinators by providing a sustainable food source.
So one thing people think about in terms of protecting pollinators is reducing our use of pesticides. This is something that does affect pollinators. It does affect our native pollinator species, including honeybees. The effects of pesticides are often non-lethal. So we'll have these what we call sublethal effects, where it won't necessarily kill the bee outright or the pollinator outright, but it will reduce their ability to find their way home. It'll reduce their ability to provision their nests with the resources that they need. And it is a concern, and it is one of the major impacts on native bee species today.
Using pesticides can be part of a complete integrated pest management program. So rather than saying don't ever use pesticides, it's just important to use them responsibly. Make sure that you are choosing a selective pesticide that's not just a broad spectrum that's going to wipe out all of the pollinators as well. For more information about a pollinator habitat, you can contact your local extension office. You can look at the Kansas Garden Guide or visit the links below.